It is my privilege to warmly welcome each one of you to the second informative webinar under the mission for advancement of high impact areas, 𝗪, Artificial Intelligence for Science and Engineering. The 𝗪 AI mission is being implemented by Anusandhan National Research Foundation in close partnership with the India AI mission of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, with active collaboration for several premier scientific departments, MOES, DRDO, DBT, along with key non-government partners such as Gate Foundations, 𝗪𝗏𝗰𝗏𝗏𝗏, and BharatJan. The mission was formally launched and call for proposal was opened on 18th October. The submission deadline has since been extended in 25th November 2025. The first ANR of 𝗪 AI mission webinar was conducted on 30th October. More than 1,850 participants were attended in this webinar. However, many queries from PAs and researcher teams continue to be received. To address this, gratitude to all distinguished speakers, collaborators, and participants who have joined us today. The today agenda is, next slide please. The today agenda is mission overview, track-wise structures, ANR of online application walkthrough, and Q&A sessions. To formally commence today's proceedings, I have the honor to inviting Honorable Dr. 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗏 Kalyanaraman, CEO ANRF, to address the gathering and share his vision for ANR of 𝗪 AI for Science and Engineering mission. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I'm pleased to see a very large number of participants, and it's over 605 and counting. I'm sure we'll have more as well. Again, first, a warm welcome to all my colleagues from 𝗦𝗃, from the Ministry of Earth Sciences, the DRDO, as well as DBT, and our non-governmental partners as well. So as Ramesh mentioned, ANRF in its role as the apex organization, we have a series of 𝗪 mission mode programs, and this 𝗪 mission mode is on AI for science and engineering, where AI directly models science and engineering, and the goal is to help transform the loop of science and loop of engineering and the loop of impact going from deep science to deep tech, and accelerate this. Right, so that's the spirit of this program, and again, the goal is not to build a general purpose knowledge management type large language models, but much more specialized for various verticals in science and engineering, to use modern methods to have characteristics of modern AI systems. Plus, the other aspect of this program is its openness model and helps accelerate their own workflows and processes. So that way we can both discover faster as well as convert from discovery to impact faster. So that's the whole goal of this mission. The openness of this program is reflected in the fact that we have put out an ANRF open license, with which, in partnership with 𝗦𝗃, the data sets that are created will land on the 𝗦𝗃 India AI mission's AI Kosh. The models will also land there, but we will coherently organize these as a cluster or as a stack of models that are specialized for science and engineering, and make the model cards and others standardized in a way that AI agents can build workflows across these models, and these models will be easily available not just for India but for the world to adopt them and build on top of it. So we would expect that many models will come out of this process, and we have intentionally kept the budget sizes appropriate to this program, because we have not made huge budgets and so on, but at the same time these budgets are not trivial. We fund up to 30 crores, and in exceptional cases, rare cases, we may do a little bit larger as well, and out of that 70% can be for the GPU will be only in the form of the GPORs that we get from the 𝗦𝗲𝗏's allocation from the India AI mission, right? There was a lot of questions I've had in the past as I've interacted with researchers, whether some of the lab work or other validation work, which are the rest of science, right? If you have come up with an AI model, do you validate it in lab experiments, wet labs, or other sorts of lab experiments? Yes, that is allowed as part of the program, as well as anything which is, there was another question about frameworks that can get developed. We've talked about open models and open data sets. Can frameworks that accelerate the loop of science, can they be allowed? So in the first track, which is AI for Science and Science of AI, we can have limited considerations of these frameworks as well. But again, the goal of this, there are many other frameworks put out by commercial participants in the market, whether it's co-scientists or other sorts of things that are there, discovery tools and so on, right? Our goal in the program is not necessarily to compete on those fronts with the program, but if there is something truly distinctive and so on, that is certainly there. But certainly within the combination of data generation, the combination of modeling, and the combination of some other experimentation, etc., is certainly within the scope of this program. But at the same time, this program is not a hidden way of buying a cryo microscope or some other huge capex. That's not the intent of this program. Some small capex is certainly okay as part of these, and some degree of consumables that is sensible from the point of view of the overall proposal is okay. So, but that's the intent and spirit. Of course, you may articulate on that in your pre-proposals and we go forward. But with that, I would like to again warmly welcome all of you and hope that you can take advantage of this program. And I would also make a comment that even though this program does not directly support startups or industry and so on, we have explicitly said that the entities that are proposing should not be supporting sending just individual-centric programs. There should be collaboration, and we strongly encourage collaboration with industry and so on. So you may bring problem statements, you may bring data and other things to help open models get developed, and those open models are there for the community, but you can certainly specialize that and so on. So we believe that the openness of the program allows faster technology transition to happen from the academia, the research labs, the Section 8s, etc., who are supported by this program. And we are looking to more active collaboration to emerge in these programs. And we will, of course, take note of that in our evaluation. Okay, with that, I'd like to hand it over to, I believe, Mr. Sushil Kumar is here from 𝗦𝗲𝗏. I know my colleagues in 𝗦𝗏𝗏 are, in some other meeting, but some of my colleagues might join a bit later. Mr. Sushil, are you there?
Good morning, everyone. Ms. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is also here, so
great.
I request Ms. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to kindly. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead, Dr. Kavita. Sushilji, if Kavita Madam is there, you can request her to please make
Good
her
morning.
comments.
I'm sorry that I was on the other call. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, and it's a very my privilege to be here with ANRF, and 𝗦𝗲𝗏's very happy to collaborate with ANRF because as CEO just now mentioned that it is which has been done by the other departments. Like we have a robust digital public infrastructure, which is AI and Aadhaar, AI-ready workforce. We have a strong startup ecosystem, and government is now actively democratizing AI resources, which are actually required for any science to work on, like data sets, public compute infrastructure, and funding for AI research. So in this, India AI mission is rightly partnered with ANRF because AI's mission is to enable the AI transformation. And this whole program of AI mission has been launched in March 2024 with an initiative to guide AI for all, ensuring that the benefits of AI can reach every society and every sector. It is built on 6 objectives. We have to democratize infrastructure, build indigenous capabilities, strengthen collaboration, talent development, thriving innovation, and enable socio-economic transformation. The mission itself has 7 critical pillars, which will be very useful for any researcher who is wanting to work in ANRF. The first and foremost pillar is the compute. We already have 34,000 GPUs created, which are being given to the researchers, startups, students, at a very nominal rates. We have all variants of compute starting from low end to high end, and the rates which we are giving is 65 rupees per GPU per hour. And the second pillar of the AI mission is to build AI innovation foundation models. And as on date, we have already supported 12 foundation models, which will be shortly coming up with the Indian data sets, built on Indian data sets, the 12 foundation model. The third is the dataset pillar, which also was mentioned by Dr. Shiv Kumar, is about the AI Kosh. So any researchers who's wanting to work on a project will the data sets will be made available on the AI Kosh, and the compute will be given through the approval processes which we have agreed to, and he will be able to develop the application or the model based on that. So datasets platform is already available, and we have already made available 3,500 datasets of government and private, around 250 models. We have brought around 20 tools which are very much required for data anonymization, data cleaning, and we are also building some ethical tools which will be very useful once your application is developed. The fourth pillar is the application development, where we will be promoting the AI based application in the critical sectors, for which we will be taking the problem statements from the government departments, and we will be running a hackathon or a challenge so that we can identify the solution and make sure that our application is taken up for a national rollout, which will be basically helping in the socio-economic transformation. The fifth is the future skill pillar, where we will be skilling the resources in undergraduate, master, and PhD level in the AI programs. And also, as a part of this pillar, we will be developing data and AI labs in tier 2 and tier 3 cities to impact the foundation level courses. Already 30 AI and data and AI labs have been created. More to come. We have a target of 570 data labs to be created across the country. The sixth is the safe and trusted, which I was also mentioning, that we will be developing and self-assessment tools, indigenous frameworks, so that the application can be basically tested and make sure that the application is causing no harms to the user. And last is the startup financing, where we'll be supporting the startups in the entire journey from seed funding to the commercialization. So as a part of ANRF, which are recommended by ANRF, and we are very happy to be a part of this mission, and we would like the researchers and the application developers to come forward to build solutions in the field of science. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thoughtful and useful inputs. Now, I am delighted to invite Honorable Dr. N. Ranjana ma'am, Director, DRDO, to present the DRDO collaborative roles and expectation under the AI Science for Engineering mission. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Shiv Kumar, and my colleagues from MIT, DBT, MOES. I can see that my team from, all the way from Hyderabad has also joined this. So we have signed an MOU with ANRF for very, very specific purpose of the defense applications. So dealing with defense is slightly different, but yet we wanted to be the part of this ANRF, wherein the data becomes a little bit of a problem for all of us. So we got our labs from DMRL, DRDL on board to help us with the data that we have collected over a lot of time. And we have given very, very specific, targets for the for this particular mission to be participating in the accelerating material discovery and optimization with AI, and with the focus towards the defense materials, which include high strength, high temperature materials, which are required for all our important programs coming to the future, like aero engine or the hypersonics. We are also looking at the novel material design through AI for defense applications. And we have already taken a couple of initiatives which will come in handy for all the PIs, which will actually add to the experience. Some of the initiatives on the naval steel are just in the final stages, and this will give us a good start to start working on the defense projects. The digital twins for naval systems like AIP, advanced propellers, unmanned underwater systems. So this is one area which is very challenging, and I think this digital twin is going to really help us in the future designs or automated design features that we want the AI to help with us. And this will be very specific to the defense applications, but it will have a lot of impact on the commercial activities or the dual use kind of activities. Real-time fluid dynamics modeling, very important. The country is surrounded with the large coastline, and we really need to focus on these objectives, though our objective will be defense, but I am sure it will be having the offshoot to the commercial activities also. AI-enabled design and maintenance of maritime systems. I think all of them, we will give the push from the defense, and it will automatically lead to the commercial kind of utility of all these data sets and the AI foundation models. We have also aligned our labs to be partnering with these PIs so that the experience that we have already gained, the data that we have in some form of the test and the other can also be shared. We have, I just wanted to mention that we have 15 centers of excellence which are there in the 15 reputed IITs as well as some of the central universities, and we can tie up with them to help you with the technical evaluation and the handholding of the projects that will be coming through after the screening committee of the ANRF. So we have laid down and we expect a lot to happen with this initiative, and we are likely to see. So the 3 years is the project timeline suggested by ANRF. We would like to start seeing some results little early so that at the end of 3 years you have something substantial. So these are some push factors which have been given by our management to work little faster at this, so that we really apply this knowledge and this initiative to the fruitful outcomes. And any query that is required from our side, we can answer that, and we can help you formulate certain problems with the help of our technical experts that we have already suggested. I think that's all from my side. Any query, please write to us or get in touch with us. We should be able to give the inputs as required. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening remarks. Now I request Honorable Dr. 𝗪𝗏𝗯 Iyengar, Scientist DRDO, to present DRDO technical expectation for AI Science and Engineering Research Program.
Thank you and good morning all. Ma'am has already explained the DRDO's overall stand. I will perhaps explain what we expect in the digital twins for naval systems, which ma'am has also already underlined that we are looking in digital twins for AIP, unmanned underwater systems, and in general naval design, both hull and propellers. What we expect is basically an exploration of the design space by focusing on particularly the fluid mechanics. There are a lot of unsolved problems, including in the design space of the fluid mechanics when we're using CFD, which nowadays traditionally we are using brands and other models. So the idea is whether we can use AI for a digital twin for the complete naval hydrodynamic design part, particularly the initial design part, which is very challenging. That is the idea for this particular, this is the thought process behind this particular program that we have. Of course, that addresses all problems including hydrodynamic, hydroacoustic, as well as particularly when it comes to propeller system integration and AIP, the thermodynamics. So thermodynamics, fluid structure, hydrodynamics, and hydroacoustics, all depending on the specific problem that the PAs are proposing, can be looked at. So that is what we are just looking. We are just looking at the data sources. There are enough literature, including some public databases which can be used for initial, thought, and then physics-informed models and Fourier neural operators for solving the CFD. This is what we are looking for, so that this digital twin can aid the complete life cycle management from design to end of life of ship. That is the objective, this overall objective, and enable multi-domain fluid structure problems in naval hydrodynamics. This is the overall objective, and yeah, we expect good proposals in this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable contributions. Next, I invite Honorable Dr. R. 𝗪𝗏𝗯𝗶𝗃𝗏, Principal Scientist, DRDL, to share his thoughts and scientific opportunities and impact enabled through this mission. Over to you, sir.
Good morning. DMRL, not DRDL. Dr. Ranjana has already told what is expected on the accelerated materials development. As you know, I'll just add only one thing to that. The materials discovery happens through the processing, microstructure, property, correlation, and there is a large design space. And she has already told that we are interested in high temperature structural materials and materials for extreme something like hypersonic environment, then functional materials, then additive manufacturing. Can we come up with alloys that are additive manufacturable? And then optimization of processing and manufacturing parameters. These are the things that we are looking at. And there are two goals here. One is the ANRF goal of developing the models and the database. And from DRDO, we are looking at solving the domain problems also. So there are twin goals here. If I'm getting several queries regarding what is the kind of specification we are expecting. So we don't have any specific specifications, but the goal here is to take some case studies and prove that it is possible to use AI to accelerate the materials development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind informations. Now I request Honorable Dr. 𝗘𝗴𝗶 Ganesan ma'am, Scientist F, DBT, to share DBT's expectations and collaborative vision for this program. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, namaskar and a very good morning to everyone. So from the Department of Biotechnology, we are looking at how we can integrate AI into biological research towards driving bio-based manufacturing for achieving green growth in the country. We just concluded our Bio AI Hub call. So there was a lot of applications, over 300 applications were there. And some of them from ANRF also participated as observers. So what we found in those applications was there was lack of strength of the AI tools and architecture. And even the problem statements lacked the real question of why you're using AI in the biology, which cannot be solved only by biological research. And we also found that the data itself was a problem in many cases. Either data is being generated or the robustness of the existing data that is being used was not well supported. So we had a success of less than 1%. And we also found that whenever startups were involved, there was better chances of success because they had very good understanding of how to use the AI architecture and tools in the currently evolving landscape. So we request applicants to take care of these aspects. And of course, I'm open to all the questions that you might like to have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your enlightening remarks. Next, I invite Honorable Dr. Akhilesh Mishra, sir, Program Director, MOES, to present MOES perspectives on this mission and its significance of earth and ocean science. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramesh. And once again, I congratulate and appreciate the efforts initiated by ANRF under the leadership of Dr. 𝗕𝗴𝗄 for this call. And I'm very happy to participate in the second webinar. In the earlier webinar, I was very happy to see more than 1,800 participants, and today also I think numbers are touching around 1,000. So coming back to what Ministry of Science mandates, how we can tackle them using artificial intelligence and machine learning. Actually, I informed, we are the biggest producer of data. And as of now, we are producing almost 1 terabyte data every day. And this data is a forecast data, and this is useless tomorrow because tomorrow we are going to generate another 1 terabyte of data, which is for next 10 days. So how this terabytes of data for past 10 years, 15 years, because we have been using supercomputing facility for last 30 years, and we have stored almost last 10, 15 years data. How this past forecast can actually help us improve our current existing weather forecast and climate forecast system. That's where I think AI ML can contribute hugely, and that is certainly the area we are exploring. We have our own experience of working with our own ministries working group on AI/ML. But as I said, I mean, we have limited exposure of artificial intelligence and data mining, data science. So this call through this forum, we would like you all to please contribute in different areas of weather and climate modeling. This can start from short range, which is basically using satellite and sensor data to generate nowcasting. Then basically there are many processes in the medium range which can address the extreme events forecasting that can handle tropical cyclone and extreme events rainfall associated with the very heavy precipitation episodes. Of course, it can also be something in the areas of ocean sciences and earth atmospheric sciences as well. This AI can be very useful in the areas of data assimilation as well. As I said, data assimilation is a process where we get all the data from throughout the world and we assimilate into the model to generate the analysis, which is the initial condition for the running model. So if using some AI tool and data mining tools, if some of the potential PIs can propose improvement in data assimilation methodology or modeling parameterizations, improvement in the parameterizations, boundary layer processes are least understood. Similarly, the soil moisture, and these are the areas where actually we lack our understanding, and that will take time for different field experiments and different kind of laboratory experiments are required to properly understood. Till then, I think AI/ML, based on our past performance and observation data, we can certainly come out with a tool which can improve our skills of existing forecast system, and be weather scale, which is from a few days to actually season, or climate scale, which can be from 1 year to almost next 100 years. So those all time scales are open. Data is available, as Dr. Kavita also explained, I think in earlier, very cheap GPUs are available for renting and all those things. That facility is being provided by NRF, supported by NRF, and we are all open to this. And if there is any specific question, I am here to address that. And once again, thank you very much, NRF and Dr. Ramesh and Dr. Shivkumar and team for this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your thoughtful insights. I now invite Honorable Mr. Arjun from Gate Foundation to share his views on the importance of public-private partnership in advancing AI-driven scientific impacts.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'd like to firstly congratulate the Government of India on this really important initiative to stimulate frontier research in AI for science and engineering. We at the Gates Foundation have been working on solving some of the areas of market failure for some time. And we really believe that there's a strong need for systems to get strengthened in the global south, in emerging markets, whatever term works for this gathering, on enabling the translation of leading edge research into impactful products and solutions. I think that piece is a really important part that we feel really should get strengthened now. And we feel that ANRF's work and the two missions on MedTech and the AI for Science and Engineering are a really important focus area, and really glad to be partnering on this. We really believe that this effort will help strengthen India's role in both contributing to the innovation ecosystem as well as operationalizing innovation for the global south. I think Indian innovators really have the best perspectives, or very relevant perspectives on designing for some of the countries that we work in and the populations that we care about. And so we're really glad to be a partner to NRF. Earlier this year, we signed a letter of intent with the NRF, partnering on the AI for MedTech and AI for Science and Engineering missions. And we've also been privileged to be a partner for the India AI mission. Kavita ma'am was here earlier. And that's been a very fruitful partnership for us, and we're looking forward to collaborating more on the upcoming India AI Impact Summit in February 2026. Similarly, we really hope that our partnership with ANRF will also create really strong momentum in this space and create a positive impact for India and for the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now I invite Honorable Professor Ganesh Ramakrishnan, sir, from Bharat Gen, to offer his expert insights of role of open source and fundamental AI models in accelerating scientific discovery. Over to you, sir.
Thank you for this warm welcome. I am a faculty at the Department of Science and Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Bombay, leading 𝗓𝗏𝗃, which is India's national sovereign generative AI ecosystem, funded by the Department of Science and Technology, and now also funded by the India AI mission, 𝗦𝗃𝗏𝗃. We have a consortium of 9 academic institutions, and we are growing. We are set up as a Section 8 company at IIT Bombay with representation also from 𝗦𝗃𝗏𝗃. We are very pleased to collaborate with ANRF in its initiatives in the space of AI for engineering and science in the following manners. So the first mode of collaboration is that at 𝗓𝗏𝗃, we have been focusing on building recipes towards sovereign large language models. So 𝗓𝗏𝗃 and its research and engineering experiences in building foundational models, having a range of sizes ranging from small to very large, as well as applications around them, can be leveraged. 𝗓𝗏𝗃 can help on the ANRF programs. It will help on contests involving the science of AI and towards a sovereign AI for science stack, which would include the knowledge of utilization of GPUs, CPUs, and neural operators for optimization. The second aspect is 𝗓𝗏𝗃's consortium across academic institutions that sees participations of researchers who also work in different areas of AI for sciences, including systems biology, disease modeling, industrial engineering, and design and weather and climate modeling. In fact, I'm also part of a national disease modeling consortium, which has had support from the Gates Foundation. So happy to see Gates Foundation also talk about their support here. So 𝗓𝗏𝗃 can help on the ANRF programs as well as contests involving AI for science and engineering, and help in areas that are at the intersection, cross-pollination of data and model adapters across different AI for science and engineering domains, basically using Lego blocks, right? Lego blocks and combinatorial innovations across these blocks. So again, very happy to be partnering with ANRF. Thank you very much. Look forward to exciting work ahead.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your enriching remarks. Now I request Dr. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 Agarwal, Program Director, ANRF, to present a detailed overview of Track 1. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Ramesh. And I will give overview of the mission. So this mission will advance both the frontiers of science and engineering and the science of AI to accelerate discovery, innovation, and national technological self-reliance. The objectives of the mission is to develop advanced AI methods that can directly model scientific and engineering systems, including physics-informed learning, neural operators, and domain-specific foundation models. So this mission will, in this mission, PI can use AIs to accelerate discovery in key fields such as climate science, advanced material, biomanufacturing, and data-heavy areas like imaging, spectroscopy, and high-energy physics. And this mission will create an open and interoperable AI ecosystem and a coherent set of open source fundamental models and data sets for science and engineering. And it will promote cross-disciplinary collaboration to combine AI research with domain expertise, advanced generative and adaptive AI, and build India's technological self-reliance. Next slide, please. So this mission is divided into 2 tracks, Track 1 and Track 2. So under Track 1, support will be provided in project mode, and in Track 2, winners of national challenges through open source contests will be supported. Next slide, please. So in Track 1, each project cost can be up to 30 crore, and in rare case, it can go up to 50 crore. And the project duration will be for 3 years. And the key feature of this mission is allocation of GPU services. And the 70% of the total budget cost can be proposed for GPU allocation. But the condition is that the GPU services will be supported only through MIT's GPU as a service. Next slide, please. So this mission is divided into 4 programs in track 1. And first program is AI for Science and Science for AI. This is core ANRF program, and the sub areas are listed below. And program 2 is AI for Engineering, Design and Accelerated Materials Development, which is in collaboration with DRDO, and the sub areas are given below, and in which PI can submit the proposals. And program 3 is AI for Weather and Climate Modeling, which is in collaboration with MOES, and the sub areas are given below. And program 4 is AI for Bio and Life Sciences, which is in collaboration with DBT, and sub areas are given below. But I would like to mention this is not exhaustive list. So if you will not find any area under these 3 programs, you can submit a proposal in our first program. Next slide, please.
If I could just add there, Monica, see, for example, in engineering, suppose you're, doing something else, such as, say, semiconductor or some other areas of engineering, which is not mentioned here, you may still submit it under AI for engineering, right? So find the right subtopic to, program to submit it under. And then only if it doesn't fit and it goes back, you can use AI for Science, right? So that would be my request. Thank you. Go ahead, Monica.
Next slide, please. So what is our expectation? So we expect that each project must produce an open source model and or an open source dataset as its primary deliverables. So we are expecting that PI will use modern AI methods post 2020 that reflects the state of the art in scientific applications, transfer learning, or emergent properties. Fine-tuning of open source state-of-art foundation model is also encouraged using specialized data sets. But if in proposal, PIs will rely on pre-2020 black box machine learning approaches, it will not be prioritized for support. This includes basic machine learning and regression models, shallow neural networks, or standard convolutional recurrent neural network pipelines. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes. So here is eligibility criteria, and this is very important slide because we got many inquiries related to eligibility criteria. So we are expecting that PIs will submit proposal in consortium mode, and including 1 PI and up to 3 co-PIs. And industry and startups can participate, but they can participate. Industry and startup participation is preferred, but it's not mandatory to have industry and startup. And 1 PI can submit as a lead PI as a one proposal only in this given call, but the lead PI can be co-PI in 2 more proposals. And the PI and co-PI must hold a regular position at an academic institution, national research laboratory, Section 8 company, or DSIR, CSIRO, a registered entity. But if researchers who are not having a regular position at any academic institution, they can also participate, but not as a PI or co-PI. They can participate as a collaborator or honorary investigators. And both PI and co-PI must be Indian citizens or OCI holders. But if researchers from foreign abroad, they can also participate in the mission, but not as PI and co-PI. But they can participate as collaborator or honorary investigators. But here I would like to clarify that funds will not go to collaborators and honorary investigators. Funds will go only to PI and co-PIs. And both PIs and co-PI must have a PhD in science, mathematics, engineering, or relevant social sciences. If they are submitting a proposal in AI in quantitative social sciences, and researchers who are not having PhD degree, they can also participate in the program, but not as PI and co-PI. They can participate as collaborator and honorary investigators. So next slide, please. So what funding we are covering in the mission? That there are 2 sections. In one section, PIs can propose a budget for research personnel, JRF, SRF, RA, national postdoc, and project scientists. but salary should be proposed as per ANRF norms. And so for buying software tools, data sets, and if experiments is involved, they can propose budget for experimental risks, overheads as per ANRF norms. And I would like to clarify that international travel is also allowed under this program, but PI should give justification for that. And if HPC services is required in the project, PI can request to NRF, and on demand HPC services should be provided through National Supercomputing Mission to support experimental validation and hybrid science in the loop approaches. And second part is a very important part, because PI can propose GPU uses, but this services will be provided through 𝗦𝗲𝗰𝗏 AI website, and the hyperlink of this India AI mission is given in our OTD in pre-proposal format. And the purchase of GPUs or other HPC equipment will not be funded in the project. And here I would like to caution PIs that proposals with high capital cost requirement will not be supported. Next slide, please. And here summary of proposal evaluation and timeline is given. So there are two phases of proposal evaluation. First is submission of pre-proposal. After submission of pre-proposal, pre-proposal will be evaluated by our expert committee. And once this pre-proposal will be shortlisted for full proposal submission, we will invite PIs to submit full proposal. And full proposal will be again evaluated by our expert committee. And then shortlisted proposals will be given final funds. And so please note that pre-proposal submission is mandatory for further proceeding. And here are this timelines. And submission on 17th of October, and the last date is 25th of November 2025. And we will evaluate pre-proposal in first week of December. We are expecting that. And after submission, after this shortlisted pre-proposals, we will call PIs to submit full proposals. And in January, we will evaluate full proposals. And we are expecting that we will declare the result in February first week 2026. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is milestones with a clear deployment pathway. And in section B, PI should give this budget part. So here I would like to clarify that in pre-proposal, PIs should give concise summary of the budget. And we don't need bifurcation of each institution in pre-proposal submission stage, but definitely if pre-proposals will be shortlisted and we will call for full proposal submission, that time we will ask for bifurcation of each institution. Next, please. So this is track 2, and I would like to invite Dr. Lakshman to explain this track. Dr. Lakshman, please.
Thanks, Dr. Monika-ji. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Namaste. So apart, I hope you can hear me. So apart from the program track, we also plan to have a challenge track, and which is going to consist of lots of AI for science contests, at least around 10 contests every year. So in the past, we have seen that how these national challenges and grand challenges have paved the way for great innovations and inventions, such as the ImageNet challenge paved way for the deep learning revolution and the convolutional neural networks. And in a similar way, the protein folding challenge paved way for the discovery of AlphaFold. So similarly, we plan to have a multiple challenge every year in different domains of AI and science and engineering, with the idea that these challenges will kind of foster engagement of the wider scientific community, and also there will be like opportunities for researchers, students, and from different organizations and institutions to come out with innovative methods and quick like inventions, which maybe could pave the way for grander discoveries and other projects in the grander scheme of things. And this will also ensure that there is democratization and also inclusive participation, as well as broad capacity building in AI for science and engineering. So we plan to have around 10 national competitions over the years, and the prizes for these would include GPUs, and also like some rare cases, these could also be turned into other like small projects if there is enough innovations happening there. So the expected deliverables here to be for every challenge, some of the best prize-winning contests. We plan to have at least open source data sets, open source models, and these will all be among the multiple models and data sets that are coming out of this program. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshman, and thank you, ma'am, for detailed and insightful presentations. Now we are moving to application walkthrough. So already the detailed information about, sir, next slide, please. First, PA and co-PA should open that ANRF online portal and register their details as per the basic information like name, institution information, mail ID, phone number, like that. Then we will go for dashboard for login. After login, we have to choose as a role as a principal investigator. Once it is choose the role, then you go for proposal. There in form submissions. If next slide, please. If form submission comes, then it will go to, they select these schemes. They have multiple schemes there. Specifically, you have to choose as AI for science and engineering. Next slide, please. After selection, the page will open. You can read the documents, whatever the terms and conditions, objectives are there. Once it is corrected, you can choose there and submit it. Once submitted, then it will go for next page. The page will display your name and informations. Check it all are perfect out there. If there is anything change, you can modify accordingly. You can update your updated biodata. In case if you are already registered, you have to update your biodata and click that updates biodata options. Then it will go to next page. The next slide, please. This is the important page. You can fill all the information here, project titles, institutions, broad area, sub area. If there is any co-PA, multiple co-PA is there, you have to click that option and choose the co-PA. The co-PA information will comes. Then you have to enter the co-PA informations as per your requirements. Then project summary, then keywords, as well as the objective of the projects and expected outcomes and deliverables. Similarly, you have to upload the other technical documents. That format is already available. You have to submit 3 to 4 pages. Next slide, please. If you are submitted, it will go to next page. It is international research collaboration details. If there is anything related there, say yes, then you will have to fill the documents. If there is no, then it is not mandatory to fill this document. Next slide, please. Right. Here, this is the detail for proposed research collaborator, honorary investigators. Here, you have to fill the honorary investigator if there is yes or no. If yes, then you have to fill this form. If there is no, then you can skip it and go for industry partnership. As madam says, there is no mandatory for industry partnership, but if it is industry partnership is there, it is preferable. The details should fill this form. If there is anything budget is there, you have to fill, is not mandatory for us. Next slide, please. So once it is there, once you completed all the formalities, if you have to say some remarks, you can type here and include these remarks. Then you'll go for preview and submit pages. If you preview pages, you download the PDF forms, check all the submitted given details are perfect. You have to submit it. Once submitted, The PI cannot edit after the submission of the proposal. Please ensure that all the information given by PI and co-PI are correct. Next slide, please. The next we are moving to question and answer. Now I request Janvi to monitor.
Thanks, Dr. Ramesh. So I think you all have sent a lot of questions while registering for this webinar. So we'll start with those, and then we'll also bring in some questions that have come in on the chat. First set of questions is around PI, co-PI, and institution eligibility. Dr. Monica, I think you covered some of this, but could you just clarify again the eligibility criteria for who is eligible as a PI and a co-PI?
As I explained, that applicant must be Indian citizen or OCI holders, and if any foreign national he wants to participate in the project, he can participate, but not as a PI and co-PI. He can participate as collaborator or honorary investigator, but fund will not go to him.
And there were a lot of questions in the chat again. Could you clarify the maximum number of PIs or co-PIs in a project?
Yeah, so it should be one lead PI or who will submit the project, but projects can have up to 3 co-PIs from the same institution or from the... Janvi, can you hear me?
Sorry, Dr. Monica, your voice cut out. Could you repeat that last bit?
Yeah, so any PI who is leading PI can submit a proposal with 3 more co-PIs from the same institution or from the different institution. But lead PI can submit only one project as a lead PI, but he can submit 2 more proposals as co-PI, 2 more proposals as co-PI.
And can industry personnel apply as PIs?
No, industry personnel cannot apply as a PI or...
I think your voice cut out again, Dr. Monica, but I believe you said they cannot apply as a PI or a co-PI, but they can apply as collaborators.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Next slide, please. I think you clarified this, the first question here again, Dr. Monica, but could you just clarify again whether PIs can submit more than one proposal or whether the institution can submit more than one proposal?
Yeah, PI can submit one proposal if he is submitting as a lead PI, but he can submit 2 more proposals as co-PI. And more proposals or many proposals can be submitted from a same institution.
And can you clarify the point about foreign nationals again? There was a question in the chat that came that said, is foreign collaboration any kind of problem for DRDO tracks? Is there any nuance there?
No, there is no problem because foreign national can participate, but not as a PI and co-PI. He can participate as collaborator or honorary investigators.
Great. And then I think there were some questions about industry and startup participation. So is an industry partner mandatory?
No, the industry participation is preferred, but it's not mandatory because industry will help in real world, application. So we are preferring that industry or startup participation in the project.
If I can just add a point here, see, the purpose of collaboration is not just to have 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 collaboration, right? We want to have real collaboration. It can be small teams, but it has to be coherent teams, and the problem statement should be compelling, right? And so our goal is to nudge towards more industry academic collaboration here, and where industry also benefits for the open source that is coming out. That's the spirit in which we are talking about here, right? So now, of course, if there is a proposal without industry collaboration, but it's extremely strong with the other kinds of collaborations, it'll be considered, right? So, but because it's going to create public goods that are hopefully going to be picked up by others. Okay, but at the same time, we welcome industry to come in with problem statements, come in with data, and take advantage of this program to holistically help. And because at the end of the day, it's collaboration for impact, not collaboration for collaboration's sake. No 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 collaboration. Every individual entity should have clear roles in it. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Shiv. And Dr. Monica, Dr. Shiv, could you clarify what is the expectation from any kind of industry collaborator? Is there an expectation that they invest in the project, or what is could you just describe how that might work?
I can take a first cut at this. So look, I think we are not asking, as we have done in other programs, cash contributions or in-kind contributions and so on, but there has to be a clear role, right? As I said, no 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗏 collaborations, right? And of course, we would welcome cash contributions, we'd welcome in-kind contributions, and but there has to be a clear role, and also the whole proposal should be clear on what is the value that one gets by the involvement, and saying that's the intent of this program, because our goal is to maximize the speed and make it easier, lower the bar for collaborations and all. That's a spirit, but we are not mandating specific contributions or being very prescriptive in that here.
Thanks. And just to be clear, there were questions coming in here as well. We are also open to collaboration with foreign industry partners, right?
Yes. Whether it's foreign nationals, foreign professors or anybody else elsewhere, or foreign companies and so on. So they're all welcome to be collaborators. They're welcome to be honorary PIs. Again, no 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗏 collaborations. I need specific roles for any individual entity that is participating, and clarity on why they are there. Okay, and what essentially they're going to bring to the table, right? While I'm not saying that they should bring exactly XYZ to the table, there should be some role and clarity on what any participant brings to the table.
Thanks, Dr. Shiv. Someone had said that one concern for industry partners was the confidentiality and protection of data, which will be uploaded to central servers for running simulations. Any comment on that?
I think the whole purpose of this program is to create open public goods, and we are with a very permissive MIT license, which we call the ANRF open license. If they are concerned about that, they should not participate, right? Please bring data sets that with which models can be built, and those models can be made open. If you'd like to bring the data sets and hold back the data sets, that's fine. However, the output has to be either or and open models or open data, right? You can't have a deliverable without that. And if there is something much more targeted, which they would like to do with the partner, it can be outside this program.
Thanks, Dr. Shiv. Can we go to the next slide? Going on to questions about the proposal submission process. Before we get to the questions on this page, one question that had come up was what the selection criteria would be for this proposal. Dr. Monica, Dr. Shiv, any comment on what the evaluators will be looking at?
I got a drop here, but I'll just quickly say that look, the selection criteria would be based on what we have outlined in the program. They would look at how good the technical scope and clarity of what is being proposed, and what models are being going to be proposed to be built, and or what is the loop of science acceleration that's been done. We have to be very clear, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what I would say. So again, like any other thing, so the technical merit, the approach, and then what is being delivered, is the whole thing credible and consistent overall, right? So these are some of the expectations I would have. I got a drop now, but I'll let my colleagues take over. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Shiv. So getting to the questions that are outlined on this page, first one is around whether any changes can be made, I think, during the submission. And I think the quick answer here is not during the pre-proposal stage once the submission has been made. I think there can be some change at the full proposal stage. Dr. Monica, any further clarification on this one?
Actually, I would like to say that in pre-proposal, we kept it very simple so that PIs can submit proposal quickly, and we will ask detail or any other thing, documents and budget details during this full proposal submission time.
Thanks, Dr. Monica. And can you just clarify what the mandatory documents are that are required at the pre-proposal stage?
There is no document is required during this pre-proposal submission, but if a proposal will get shortlisted for full proposal submission, at the stage of full proposal submission, we will require endorsement certificates from the participating institutions and PIs.
And Dr. Monica, when Dr. Ramesh was doing the walkthrough, he had shown that there is this other technical details file that has to be uploaded that is in some specific, like a template has been provided. Can we just touch upon what is requested in this other technical detail template? I think there was some questions around the performance charter and benchmarks and such.
Yeah, I think I request Dr. Lakshman to take this question. Dr. Lakshman, please.
Yes, thanks. Thanks. So basically, like when the projects proposed, the technical specifications and other details are proposed. So you would want to have, how do you measure these with respect to some evaluation metrics, or also like some kind of deliverables. So those would be some of the, and as well as milestones. So some of the main, this could vary from proposal to proposal and from domain to domain. But at the higher level, it's like you can think of it as what are the main deliverables that the proposals are proposing, and what are the expected milestones like that they will be able to like solve. And also, like, how would you evaluate these? Like, so just proposing a method, but can you actually have some way to like evaluate, like using some different evaluation metrics, performance benchmarks? How do these fare with current state-of-the-art methods and so on? So those are the general guidelines that that are expected out of the proposals.
Thanks, Dr. Lakshman. And could we just explain what kind of budget details are required at this stage?
So as I explained that there are two sections. Section A will, PIs can propose budget for manpower, hiring of manpower, experimental rigs and data sets buying, and this software tools, and travel, contingency, and overhead. And in section B, they can propose budget for GPU uses.
Thanks, Dr. Monica. Can we go to the next slide? So several questions that came in on theme and scope areas. First one is, are exploratory or early stage concepts encouraged, and are interdisciplinary proposals encouraged?
Yes, because here no TRL from TRL 1 to 7 we are encouraging. So PIs who are on early stage concept, they can also submit the proposal, and definitely we are encouraging interdisciplinary proposals in this call.
Thanks, Dr. Monica. We have several specific questions that have come in here in terms of biomedical health and drug discovery AI projects, embedded systems, smart cyber-physical systems, digital twin development. I think you can see on the page it's written that all of these are accepted. So maybe we can just touch on the last few of these. So like fundamental AI model development, data set creation proposals, and field validation studies. Any further comments on any of these? Sorry, I think there was a bit of a lag. Maybe I think actually you can see on the page it says yes for all of these. So I think we can move on in the interest of time.
Yes.
Just quickly touching on funding and budget. Are equipment purchases allowed?
Yeah, minor equipments are allowed, but as I mentioned in my presentation that capital intensive projects we will not prefer.
And since this is an important point, Dr. Monica, could you just explain the GPU funding criteria on this project?
Yeah, 70% of the total budget costs PIs can propose for GPU funding, but GPU services will be provided through this 𝗦𝗲𝗰𝗏 GPU as a service, and PIs can calculate price from India AI portal, and we have already given hyperlink for this price list in our OTD. So PIs can use this hyperlink and they can go to India AI portal and they can calculate price of total GPU uses.
Thank you. I think we've covered a lot of these details around funding and budget in the presentation. So can we move to the next slide, please? So final few questions, Dr. Monica. Is data procurement allowed?
Yes, because data is required for preparation of model. So data procurement is allowed. So PIs can propose budget for data procurement.
And then I think we've already covered this point about industry partners not required to invest in this project. Several other questions around equipment transfers and overhead, but I think the answers are pretty clear on the page. So I think in the interest of time, we can wrap up. Dr. Prasanna, would you like to make any closing remarks?
Thank you very much. First of all, we have not covered this. So the last date for submission of proposal submission is extended. So I invite all the PIs and the attendees who are participating in this webinar to have a look at the last date. So it has been extended. And this is a wonderful initiative conceptualized by ANRF and with true partnerships by our partner departments and ministries. And thanks to all of them for their enthusiastic support for this program. And we do expect high quality proposals under this. We look forward supporting high quality proposals at the interface of AI, science and engineering and innovation to be supported on this mission. So I thank all the participants and look forward to excellent proposals under this call. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate the time and efforts of our partner ministries, and I should thank them for participating in this webinar. And I look forward, and ANRF look forward to fruitful collaborations on a multi-scale fruitful collaborations with them under this mission and in many other programs too. And I specifically thank Dr. Lakshman, Dr. Monica, and Dr. Ramesh for their support in organizing this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Prasanna.
Thank you. So we conclude. Yeah, thank you.